Welcome whānau to Expedition number 6 of Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress with your humble host, New Zealand's #1, the Māori Wargamer. Returning after a rather large hiatus, we're back. Our explorers are ready to delve ever deeper into the enigmatic Blackstone Fortress, looking to conquer the remaining stronghold and unlock the hidden vault. So fresh from conquering the Descent Stronghold, our heroes Ur025, the Imperial Robot, the Rattling Twins Rain and Rouse, the Ministorian Priest Thaddeus the Purifier, and the Imperial Zealot Pius Vaughan prepare to go once again on another expedition in search of clues, in search of artifacts, archaeotech, and relics that they can use back in Precipice, as well as uncover the location of our 4 previous adventurers who have mysteriously vanished somewhere within the Blackstone Fortress. So a bit of work to do. Our heroes have the odds stacked against them, however they have managed to collect a rather large amount of items and gain a lot more skill than when they first entered the Blackstone Fortress, so it should be getting easier and easier. So we'll kick straight into it. Our explorers are ready, our exploration and discovery decks are stacked. We'll take a quick look at that before we go in. So we have conquered the Null Gravity Abyss, the Corridor of Death and Descent Strongholds. We have drawn 7 legacy cards from the deck, meaning we can go up against Rogue Psykers, Obsidius Mallex, Spindle Nanovirus and No Escape Group. And 3 countdowns. So time is drawing nearer and nearer for us to complete our discovery of the Blackstone Fortress before it realigns itself into another configuration and our explorers will be lost forever. So our guys are ready. That's an update on where we're sitting. We'll kick into turn number 1. Blackstone Fortress, Māori Wargamer. Alright, so Destiny dice have been rolled. We're going to go into turn 1, Expedition 6, drawing from the Exploration deck. Wabam, a combat. So we'll get that all set up and come back to you.
The maglev chamber comes to a whirring halt as our explorers are brought to another chamber within the Blackstone Fortress.
We have discovery markers here, here, and here, with our escapes here and here. So we'll reveal what encounters are hidden on this battlefield and launch straight into it. Alright, so hostile group 1, we have 4 Chaos Beastmen. Hostile group 2 again was the Chaos Beastman card, but we've already exhausted our Beastmen, so nothing spawning at number 2. And then number 3, Lord of the Black Legion himself, Obsidius Mallex, drawn from one of our legacy, from the legacy deck. He himself has come to investigate and is prowling the corridors in this chamber of the Blackstone Fortress. He's supposed to arrive with 4 Chaos Beastmen as well. So luckily that we drew all the Beastmen, or as a comment may be a bit harder than it's going to be. But yeah, he'll be a challenge indeed. Our explorers ready to face the Lord of the Black Legion. We'll find out. Setting up our initiative and we'll go straight into turn 1, expedition number 6. Alright, so that's our initiative tracker. Thaddeus, Pius, Beastmen, Obsidius, Ur025, Rain and Rouse. About to launch into their turns. They're about to exit the maglev chamber, move across the battlefield in search of archaeotech, more specifically clues, so we can find the location of the last stronghold there. Thaddeus the Purifier, Ministorian Priest, has moved forward from the chamber and using his Servo Skull Stubber, spending 2 5+ activation dice. Gonna roll in against the Chaos Beastman, 2 purples twice. So 1 crit. So Thaddeus lands 1 critical success against the Chaos Beastmen and kills 1 of them. His other 3 attacks are ineffective. move into activation for Pius Vaughan, the Missionary Zealot. Pius Vaughan races forward from the chamber, moving in to sweep with the Cleansing Flames from the Vindictive Flamer. So 2 blue dice striking in. Double blanks, bro. 1 more attack, you've got 1 more activation dice. 1 critical hit, so 1 guy becomes a crispy ash. Alright, so we rolled a 7 on the behavior table for the Beastmen, which is Onslaught, so they're going to attack twice into Pius Vaughan there. So rolling 2 purple dice each. For the first Beastman there, 2 purples, 1 hit. So Pius is making 1 square defense dice against the pistol of the Beastman. Nothing, so Pius takes a wound. Beastman number 2 is also going to take a shot in. 2 purples, 1 blank, 1 hit. Again, 1 square defense dice. And that is a success. So no further damage taken. 1 wound to Pius, and into activation for Obsidius Mallex. Obsidius Mallex activates next. He takes 2 activations every time he does activate. So rolling for his first action, 11. So 11, Obsidius is going to take an Onslaught action. Obsidius Mallex is going to take an Onslaught, which means 2 attacks. Firing his plasma pistol into Thaddeus the Purifier here. Rolling 2 dice, double blanks, so no damage. But rolling his second activation, a 19. Ugh, doesn't sound good. So 19 overcharge. Obsidius is going to supercharge his plasma pistol, firing into Thaddeus. And misses the shot as well. Still a bit too far distance-wise, so he's got some room to make up. Now we're going to go into activation for the final 2 explorers for turn 1, Ur-025 and Rain and Rouse. Imperial Robot Ur-025 activates, spending a Destiny dice to move a little bit quicker, make a rush, as well as 1 other just to make a standard 1 square move. Spending his remaining activation dice, he is going to activate his Assault Cannon, rolling 2 blue dice. So first one we shall roll now, into the Beastman. It's a grievous hit, going to kill 1, and rolling another one into the other guy. That's just 1 regular wound, so it will still have 2 more wounds remaining. Before ending my turn, I'm just going to spend our last Destiny dice, since we're coming towards the end of turn 1, for another fire in with the Assault Cannon. So 2 blues into Wounded Beastman. Oh, yikes. Into activation now for Rain and Rouse. Final activation for turn 1, the Rattling Twins. Whoever the Sniper Dwarf is, making a movement onto the square with Thaddeus. Lining up his sniper. Other dude, grapple hook, moving this way towards the Wounded Beastman, looking to take a shot in with his stub pistol. So 1 purple, looking for Grievous. And that was enough to kill him. So bang dead. Bang square's cleared on 1. Square is cleared on 2. And we'll go into the end phase now for turn 1. See if any reinforcements. End of turn 1, expedition number 6, Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress. Our explorers have moved forward, looking to seize discovery marker 2 and 1. Obsidius stands here on marker 3, barring the exits on left and right. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle to escape. Someone may need to sacrifice their life if we can't team up to beat him. But end of the turn, so we'll re-roll the initiative, and we'll roll on the event phase. Number 4, not dead yet. The leader must pick 1 hostile that was slain, and then deploy them as close to an explorer as possible. So 1 beastman is going to come back to life over here. Alright, so not dead yet. Chaos Beastman returns to Discovery Market 2 and will lather, rinse and repeat. Ur025 starting us off for turn number 2. Ur025 uses his 3 activation dice, 2 to move on to Discovery Marker 1 and the 6+ dice to draw from the Discovery deck. We are hoping for a clue. No, I can't do. Alright, cool. This is one done. Thaddeus Purifier is going to swing his Power Maul into the Beastman that's appeared here on marker 2. Roll that off, 1 blue. Looking for a Grievous, critical. That's a blank.
Gotta do it again.
Spending another activation to try again. That's a critical. That is a death.
And he's got to move.
Move 1 and activate
And search.
So searching marker number 2. Oh, bingo. How many clues do we need to?
3, I think.
3 clues. Alright, 1 clue down. We've got 1 more marker to search. So we've got at least 2 more combats to do to find the final stronghold. So Thaddeus has uncovered a clue, part of the puzzle to find the location of the final stronghold. Meanwhile, Pius lets out a roar, screaming for the Emperor, and runs straight forward into the lair of Obsidius, and going to sweep him with some cleansing flames, rolling that blue dice. For Blanky.
Destiny dice.
Spinning a Destiny dice now to try again. Or a Grievous there, but he's a Space Marine. Not only that, he's a Chaos Lord. He's going to get a defense dice, I'm sure. Alright, so we've given 3 wounds to Obsidius. He has 9 more remaining, so we're opting to spend 2 more of our Destiny dice to incinerate him more. So 2 blue dice, Pius Vaughn, swinging that flamer, 1 blank, 1 regular wound. So he has taken 4 wounds out of 12. And he may be in trouble next turn. Alright, so hostile group 1, the Chaos Beastmen, are going to attempt a reinforcement roll. We're looking for a 4, 2, or a 1. 19. So no reinforcements there. And into activation for Obsidius Mallex. Rolling for him. 1. Alright, so 1 normally for hostiles, 1 is like run away. In this instance, it's an onslaught, so he's going to make 2 attacks into Pius, swinging his Thunder Hammer in combat. So Thunder Hammer, no defense roll can be made when using the Thunder Hammer. And so he's going to attack twice, rolling 2 blue dice. Good die. Oh, you don't though. That's just 1 regular wound. You can't make a defense roll with a Thunder Hammer. Alright, so Pius Vaughn currently on 2 wounds, 2 regular wounds, so they can be recovered. Luckily not any grievous wounds. We'll continue with Obsidius Mallex. He gets another activation. Blackstone dice. 9. Alright, so Obsidius activating again on the roll of a 9. So another onslaught, another double swing in with his Thunder Hammer. So straight in there. That's another hit. Cocked.
Nah, that's not cocked.
That's going to kill you.
Oh yeah, that's cocked.
Hope for a cocked. Hope for a black. You're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. With a swing from his mighty Thunder Hammer, Obsidius Mallex, Lord of the Black Legion, brings Pius Vaughn down. With a swing from his Thunder Hammer, Obsidius Mallex, Lord of the Black Legion, breaks the defenses of Pius Vaughn and brings her down. 4 wounds directed straight to her. She is out of action. Alright, Pious Vaughn is out of action. Luckily, she took no grievous wounds, so there'll be no serious consequences. Just means she's out of the fight and we're down an explorer for this expedition. Going into the final activation for turn number 2, Rain and Rouse. Rain and Rouse, the Rat and Twins, have taken their move actions, double team. Sniper Rifle Dwarf is over here, eyeing up his sniper rifle, shooting into the Lord of the Black Legion. Looking for a Grievous. Oh, that's a Grievous. So he is on 7 wounds. So high impact from the sniper rifle means that when a wound is landed, it inflicts an additional wound. So Obsidius is on 8 wounds out of, was it 12?
Yeah.
8 out of 12. Means Rain is going to attack in now with the stub pistol. The final 2 activations, we don't have enough, a high enough activation dice for another sniper. But we can take 2 purples in there and finish him off with 2 critical hits. Okay, no. 1 regular hit. So he's on 9, and we'll spend the last Destiny dice. 1 more. Okay, that was 2. So he's on 10 wounds. He has
2 left.
2 left. Alright, so that's the end of turn number 2. Blackstone Fortress, Warhammer Quest with the Moldy Wargamer. Obsidius, 2 more wounds remaining. Lord of the Black Legion. He's been ambushed, he's been burned, he's been sniper shot, but he is still standing. End of turn number 2, Warhammer Quest, Blackstone Fortress, Expedition number 6. Obsidius Mallex swung in and took down Pious Vaughn with his mighty thunder hammer. Pious managed to crawl away and escape, awaiting assistance back in Precipice. Don't think we can continue further expeditions with a character out of action, but also aware that every expedition we will draw from the Legacy deck, and we do currently have 5 cards remaining there. So yeah, we don't have a lot of time to unlock the secrets of the Blackstone Fortress. We'll roll on the event phase for the end of this turn. A 4. Number 4, another roll of Not Dead Yet. Another Chaos Beastman appears, looking to back attack Thaddeus. But yeah, we'll go into the final activation, I'm sure, turn number 3. So yeah, that's the event phase with 1 explorer down, 3 remaining. Go into turn number 3. Initiative has been drawn. Rain and Rouse taking out turn number 1 and should be able to snipe him to death. Explore number 3 and get the hell out of here. Turn number 3, expedition number 6. Rain and Rouse activating first. Who is the sniper guy? What's his name? Is he Rain or is he Rouse? I don't know. Sniper Dwarf is going to take a shot in. 6 up activation dice. 1 blue. Let's finish Obsidius now. 2 wounds. We just need 1 critical hit. Alright. 1 more sniper shot. That's all it will take to kill him. He has 1 wound remaining. The amount of damage this boy can soak up. He soaked up like 3 flamers. He's taken 2 snipers. Oh, wait a minute. High impact. If an attack with a sniper rifle inflicts a wound, place 1 additional wound. He's dead.
Yep, he did.
He's dead. Alright, so Rattling Sniper lines up his shot and fires a high impact bullet into the Lord of the Black Legion, Obsidius Mallex. Not to be confused with Abaddon, who is the actual Lord, but he's the Lord of the Black Legion on the Blackstone Fortress. So the shot goes through. Obsidius takes a hit and he retreats. Not the Space Marine way, but he needs to live to survive another day. And his appearance during this just a simple expedition was unexpected anyway. Adds a lot more flavor to the battle. So that's him done. The board is cleared of, oh no, there's a beastman there. We'll continue the activations for Rain and Rouse. Alright, Grappling Hook Dwarf searches marker number 3, Discovery deck. Wabam! Oh, 2 Archaeotech. These guys are well stocked. They got a homing round. That's kind of what happens later on in the game, or the more expeditions you do, the stronger your characters get. These guys are well stocked, very beefy indeed. We've even got a medkit. But final activation, they're going to do the double team, move forward here, and spend the Destiny dice to call forth the Maglev chamber. So we're going to escape out on this side. So he's there. Dude's moving forward here. Ur-025's activation. Imperial Robot Ur-025. Maglev chamber has activated to escape from here. He's going to open fire with his assault cannon into that beastman that's appeared near Thaddeus. One, just a regular wound. He has 2 more wounds left. He's not going to spend any more activation dice on this though. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. So he is on the chamber ready to escape, which is a good thing because he's the slowest guy. Thaddeus is up next and can handle himself, I'm sure. We've got 2 more Destiny dice as well. Thaddeus the Purifier, final friendly activation for turn number 3. Swinging in with his power maul into the Chaos Beastman. Critical hit. No, just a regular hit. Does the power maul do anything? Nope.
Nope.
Alright. Another one. There we go. There's the Grievous. And final 2 activations just to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's all the friendly activations. We're going to look at reinforcement rolls. For hostile groups 1, 3, 2, and 1. Stay with us. Obsidius hostile group 3, he is back on a roll of a 1. Don't roll a 1. 10, nope. Beastman group 1 on a 4. Alright, so it doesn't say 4 or below, it says the number, so we're going to assume that that's not a hit. I'm not going to come back. Final 1 there, again on a 4. No. So no reinforcements appear. Initiative deck reshuffled. But everyone should be off now. Alright, so end of the combat. Expedition number 6 went pretty well. Unexpected encounter with Obsidius Mallex, Lord of the Black Legion. But we did manage to combine our efforts and bring him down. Note to self in future, don't go up against him in close combat. Keep that distance. Probably the big robot at the back can tank him. But yeah, Pius got an absolute hiding. Could have ended up way more dead than she did though. So we managed to recover 3 pieces of Archaeotech as well as a clue. But we're still needing 2 more clues to find the location of the next and the final remaining stronghold actually. So we'll continue our journey, reset the board. I think we can go a little bit longer even without Pius Vaughn's help. Got a lot of equipment there, so it should be fine. So we're going to reset the board and then take another dip in the exploration deck. Alright, so back in the Maglev chamber, our heroes do not want to go back to Precipice just yet. They think they can push on further into the Blackstone Fortress, looking for those clues to find our adventurers. Their lost friends, the rogue trader Dennis Drake, the crew tracker Dyke Greg, Emmeline Shadow Guide, and Pius Vaughn, the Psyker guy, Purple Robes. So we're going to push on. Pius Vaughn has recovered slightly, still has 3 wounds remaining, but is back on her feet and ready to push on in the name of the Emperor. Drawing another card from our exploration deck. Another combat. 4 combats in this one too. Yeah. We'll get that set up and come back. Alright, so escaping the chamber after defeating Obsidius Mallex and recovering 3 pieces of archaeotech and 1 clue, we find ourselves in another chamber locked in a fierce combat. There's our heroes in the chamber here. Hostile group 2, 2 spindle drones. Hostile group 3, no hostiles, however no cover. Ignore cover hexes in this combat. Not that we use it too often anyway. Here is the deadly group. 2 rogue psykers, 4 traitor guardsmen on discovery marker 1. And number 4 rogue psykers, but none to spare. So a big board, but very empty. If we can avoid hostile group 1, we should be fine. Spindle drones should be easy to defeat. Ur-025 has the spindle drone amulet, one of the Stronghold artifacts uncovered in our adventures, so that should come in handy. But yeah, that's all set up. We'll go into initiative. I go into start of turn 1 for combat number 2, expedition number 6, hostile group 4. Hostile group 2, the second activation of turn number 1, rolling on the behavior table. Number 12, onslaught. It's my favorite one for this expedition, I do believe. We're going to make a pulse threat action against Thaddeus there, probably the only guy they can see. Nothing and nothing. So that's the end of their activation. On to activation 4, our heroes. Raiden and Rouse, the Rattling Twins, have spent all their activation dice. We've only got 1 destiny dice to use, rolled a few doubles over there. So use all their activations to simply move out of the maglev, down the corridor in towards chamber number 3. And that's where they'll end their turn. We'll go into activation now for Ur-025. Ur-025 as well simply made movements from the chamber and looking ahead up towards marker number 4. We're still out of line of sight of these guys. And I think we'll share a bit of treasure with my allies, the Imperial Zealot and the Imperial Ministorum Priest. So we'll leave these guys to them. About time we give them something easy. Activation for Pius Vaughn, who was grievously wounded in the previous combat by Obsidius Mallex. Still got 3 wound counters on him, so spending the last, well, the only destiny dice we have, as well as their only activation, to make some vitality rolls. Rain and Rouse rush off towards the chamber. Completely forgot about him having a heal because they have the hospital med pack, which removes all wound counters. So should have thought about that, but he'll be alright. Thaddeus can do his rallying cry as well. So roll your vitalities, see if your recovery's in back. 1 wound recovered, so 2 wounds remaining. Not too bad. That'll be the end of Pius's turn. On to Thaddeus.
6 up.
So to spend a 6 up. No, just automatically removes the wound counter. So he uses his rallying cry, calling out in the name of the Emperor. And he's got 3 more activations. Alright, so Thaddeus uses his rallying cry to remove a wound from Pius, moving into the chamber with the spindle drones, rolling 2 purples, his servo skull. 1 grievous, 1 guy dead. It's rolling again. 1 regular wound. Gonna have to spend your last activation to attack him too. And another one. Bam. Quick work our adventurers make. As you see, the stronger you get, the longer you play through the Blackstone Fortress, the more powerful your heroes become. So they're able to fight their way through with ease. Everyone's split up. Pius back in the maglev. Thaddeus here. Rattling Twins here. Dudes here. We're into activation now for our rogue psykers and traitor guardsmen. The Blackstone Fortress is home to a variety of beast creatures and Xenos monsters, but none more evil than those who had fallen to the worship of chaos. 4 Traitor Guardsmen, and 2 Rogue Psykers. Those who have surrendered their souls to the creatures of the warp, the dark chaos gods, to imbue them with unholy powers. They roam chamber number 1 and look to prevent our explorers from getting any further. Rolling on the behavior table, these guys are all hidden. Rolling for the Rogue Psykers first. 18. Regenerate. Treat this as a disrupt result instead. So Rogue Psykers. Alright, so the Rogue Psykers unleash some unholy magic to disrupt the thoughts of Thaddeus the Purifier, inflicting a wound on him. Even from this distance, their dark presence can be felt, and Thaddeus must double his incantations, his prayers, to remain free from their befouling presence. So the Guardsman activation, they are also hidden. That's a 15. They're going to charge. So the Traitor Guardsmen charge forward down the chamber. Ur-025 is currently in this corridor. Pious Vaughn at the end of it. So they make a double movement in their turn, and as a result, that will end turn number 1 for combat number 2. We'll draw the event phase, shuffle things out, roll our dice as a game, and start into turn number 2. That's the initiative drawn out for turn number 2. Pious Vaughn are going to lead us off, and almost all but recovered. 1 single wound remains. But that's fine, ready to kick in and cleanse with her purging flames. Pious Vaughn, missionary zealot, dashes forward at the sight of these Traitor Guardsmen. They boil her blood, furious at them betraying their oaths to the Emperor. Will swing her purging flame. Cleansing flames, rolling on. Oh, bro. Pious Vaughn fails to do any real damage, but does lay down a wall of flames, a fiery inferno that will activate whenever anyone steps onto it. We've got a few close range guys who probably will charge into that, so sets up a nice little defense there whilst we explore the rest of the fortress. Into activation for Ur-025. The Imperial robot Ur-025 whirls up his assault cannon, firing 2 shots into the las gun guys there. Double Grievous. Oh, double Blankies. Ouch. He's going to spend a Destiny dice to again make another 2 shots. One Grievous, 1 wound. So 1 guy dead.
2 dead?
No.
2 wounds on 1 and then 1 guy's on 1 wound.
No, we're attacking the guys in the square. We weren't splitting the fire. And Ur-025 shall end his turn, moving along the corridor, spending 1 more Destiny dice to rest here on marker number 4. Into activation for Thaddeus now. Alright, so Thaddeus uses his rallying cry to clear his wounds back to full health. The wounds suffered from the Rogue Psyker. Takes a move and spends the last Destiny dice on searching marker number 4, drawing from the Discovery deck. Archaeotech. Alright, and 1 more turn he gets. Just move backwards, I guess.
Yep.
Rattling Twin's going to double team. This dude's going to move down onto marker 3. The sniper dude's going to move forward 2. Spend another activation to search marker number 3 from the Discovery deck. Archaeotech. We need a clue. Final double team. And just a regular move. So that's going to end their activation. All friendly activations completed. Onto our hostile groups. Alright, so that's the table at the moment. Going to roll reinforcement for the Spindle Drones back on a 6. Nope, that's a 14. Behavior roll for the Guardsman here. 18. Yikes.
Onslaught.
And they are close. So they're going to charge. Which is going to involve them running into the cleansing flames, I'm sure. So the Traitor Guardsmen are going to step into the Inferno, into the roaring flames. They cannot take cover saves, but I don't think they could anyway. So go in, roll 1 purple against this guy here. Already wounded. Nothing. This guy here. Dead. And last guy there. Same again, please. Nothing. Alright. Inferno's done. And they're going to attack. Alright, so they're going to split the attack. First guy here, closer to the camera, is going to attack into Pius Vaughn with his pistol melee weapon. Oh, 1 critical, 1 regular. Get to make 2 square saves, I do believe. 2 square saves. Passed 1, so cancelled out 1, and 1 regular wound taken. And this guy here is going to attack into the Rattling Twin. I thought I'd split the attacks there because I know Pius has had a hard time this expedition. Seems to be unjustly targeted. Ugh, again, Grievous and Irregular. Rattling's twins though, their small size gives them a purple defense roll, so let's see what they can do. Okay, cancelled out the regular. No. Reduce the Grievous down to a regular and takes another regular. Alright, so the Traitor Guardsmen have inflicted some damage, 2 regular wounds to both Pius and the Rattling Twin here. Roll for behaviour for the Rogue Psykers. Rolling for the Rogue Psykers, so we're opting not to even step into this chamber. Don't want to engage them. It is Thaddeus' secret agenda to kill one, but too risky. If we stay away from them, they're not going to bother us really. If we roll high on the behaviour table, then they will do that little psychic disruption. Otherwise, we'll leave them be. Stay out of sight. So we want to roll a 1 to a 9, so they're just going to do nothing. And I roll a 20. So we're going to empower. Okay, so the Rogue Psykers are empowered. That's going to increase your damage. So that's even, all that means is it's going to make them even more dangerous. So we don't want to go anywhere near them at all, which we're already not going to do. But that's the end of activations end of all the activations for turn number 2 for this combat encounter. So quick breeze over the battlefield. Ura is just about to uncover what we hope to be a clue. Combat's still ongoing here. Everyone needs to regroup to the center so we can escape. Alright, so initiative for turn number 3. Thaddeus Purifier has activated the support systems on his ship on the Clarion to allow us to make gambit rolls without spending activation dice. Comes in handy because we were at the bottom of the list, so Thaddeus and Pius have jumped up the 1st and 2nd and looking to get this combat wrapped up. Let's see what they do. Pius Vaughn sweeping those cleansing flames across the Traitor Guardsmen. 2 Grievouses. Oh, 1 blank, 1 Grievous, 1 guy's dead at least.
You gotta use the last Destiny dice to attack again.
Alright, 1 more blow. The last are only Destiny dice because we rolled 4 once.
Dead.
Oh, dead. There we go. Alright, so Pius Vaughn swept those cleansing flames across the Traitor Guardsmen and also spent the only Destiny dice we rolled for this turn, but has cleared all threats from this side. And we can look to head over here and make our escape. Alright, so activation for our hostiles, the only ones remaining, the Rogue Psykers, with the deaths of the Traitor Guardsmen. Rolling on the behaviour, 1 to 9. Right.
You're no longer rolling the dice. You can't be trusted.
He's just going to do a disrupt again. So the empowered Rogue Psykers disrupt Ura 025, removing 1 of his activation dice. as we go into Rain and Rouse's activation. Turn 3. Alright, so the Rattling Twins move forward here. Area 025 is going to search marker number 4, and he draws a clue. Yeah, 2 clues so far on this expedition, 1 more remaining. He's going to spend his last point to go here and call forth the maglev chamber. Alright, so fast forwarded a little bit there. Our explorers make it to the maglev chamber and escape from this combat. The rogue Psykers there. Their power is great, but they can do little to stop us. The rogue Psykers, scary, but when they're not in your face, there's not a lot they can do. So thankfully, this long corridor prevented them from doing anything. And our boys are just going to get the hell out of here. It's been a rough 2 combats. So we're going to go straight back to Precipice. No need to, don't want to try to draw another combat. Don't have it in us to endure another one. But we do have a lot of Archaeotech to spend. So we're going to head back, see you all at Precipice, and wrap up Expedition number 6. Alright, so fresh out of Expedition 6, back in Precipice. A stack of Archaeotech collected between us all. We've found a few relics, the Empyrean Chronometer, Janus Drake's secret agenda, and the remnants of the Fall, their secret agenda for Amelin. So we're going to hold on to them in the hopes that when we eventually encounter them and free them from wherever they are held, they can use that to fight even better. We have our shop set up at the Long Hauler Gamma and the Clarion. So we have our shop set up at the Long Hauler Gamma. We have homing rounds, we have homing ammunition, and we have Anzion's Pseudogenitor. That one's a cool one. Probably going to buy that. On the Clarion, we have the Cortex Enhancement. We have Bionic Muscle Fibers, which add 1 to the Explorer's move value. And we have the Stun Incantation. So a lot to choose from. We'll pull our Archaeotech and make some purchases. Alright, so we just purchased the Anzian Pseudogenitor for Area 025. So discard this card to take the following action: Dissection. Pick a hostile that is adjacent and visible. That hostile suffers a number of wounds equal to the score of the activation dice used for this action. So that means if I spend a 6-up dice, something's going to deal 6 wounds. So that's going to come in handy if we ever run into Obsidius Mallex again, like we did in this expedition. So we can rip him down to half his wounds if we do come up one-on-one against him. Pius Vaughn purchased the Bionic Muscle Fibers to increase movement from 3 to 4, so we can move double the speed of almost everyone else. So Pius can zip around and provide support no matter where on the battlefield. The Rattling Twins are saving 3 Archaeotech that they've earned. Nothing else really caught their eye. They don't have enough money for the rest of it. So I'm going to need to do a bit more scavenging. They purchased another homing round. So we've got 2 homing rounds saved up. It's going to come in handy with the sniper rifle, power up our attacks. Before we end our expedition, before we end this video, draw from the legacy deck. Alright, so our shopping completed, our heroes are rested. We're going to draw from the legacy deck. Heightened threat level. Double the number of spindle drones encountered on spindle drone encounter cards. Spindle drones start combat with threat level 1. Alright, so it's interesting. We still have 4 more legacy cards left, so we can't dawdle any further. Next expedition, expedition number 7, we'll be back. Looking for those final clues. We've got 2 already. I think you need 2 more. So we've got 1 more expedition, 1 more stronghold, hidden vault, and so we should have 1 more to spare. 1 more legacy card. So we're going to make it in the nick of time, find our heroes, unlock the secrets of the Blackstone Fortress. And I hope you'll join me in this quest. So I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video though, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, show your support for a humble wargamer from New Zealand. I greatly appreciate it. Share this video with your family, your friends, your co-workers. Share it on your local Facebook groups, all that good stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you next week though. Once again, I am your humble host, the Maori Wargamer. Thank you for watching. Ka kite, ano.